May 13th, 2026, 3 BC, overcast sky. It's raining a bit off and on. Went to Shoppers Drug Mart at 12080 Nordel Way, Surrey. The phone number is 604-543-8155. The number 81 is an acronym, H standing for H and 1 for A. I walk in the store when a female employee calls me a G. I've only been called a G once before in my life by a female who might have been the same ethnicity of this lady, because, I don't know what ethnicity they are. They weren't white, they weren't Indo, they weren't Chinese. And it was at the main Chilliwack Library, and she called me a G 5 minutes after some guy made a death threat to me with his buddies with his hand in his pocket. It looked like the outline of a gun. The Griffin security's there, except with one exception. There was one good security guard there. He treated me the same way he did everyone else. They were scared of the junkies there and stuff. So anyways, that's the only other time I've been called a G. I don't self-identify as a G, an A, a B, a C, an L, a 3, or a 7, or a semicolon. Woman said some other things about me, some of which was correct. Someone was complaining about too much anti-HA shit by me. Well, if you're an 81 company, like it has in your phone number, and HA is 81, I can see why that would bother you. I was just there to buy some Vicks gel caps. I talked to a couple employees there about strictly work-related things, and they did their job just fine. I went to London Drugs. Also at Scott 72 Mall, their phone number is 448-4817. So there we go with the 81 HA thing. Various HA crap from the employees there. Tall white male, the tallest employee I saw there on shift, said some pro-HA crap and then walked into the employee-only area. The chick who did my ring up, she didn't have her name tag on, or did she? I can't remember now. East Indian chick. She was talking a bunch of crap. Then she starts insulting my religion. I wear a Jesus chain, so it's pretty clear what my religion is. Got 2 Bibles over there. I'm a Christian. So I called her a Modi demon piece of shit or something. I can't remember. I just ad-libbed this stuff. The other employee nearby stayed right out of it. I saw some graffiti last night for the Van Cabu grocery store. That's, I believe, at 68th Avenue. Yeah, 68th Avenue and King George Highway. 2 of the 3 employees are openly HA, with the other one staying out of it, saying she's a Muslim, or said as Muslim. So it was on a sign. It was all erased today. But someone put bacon, 2 strips of bacon, not bacon, sorry, a picture of a rat on the light pole right across from this place called Cabu Van Grocery. And if you know anything about gang life, rat is like an informer, a snitch. It's considered bad, as in if you're in crime, don't do business with these people. Also, it's a warning to even squares. Probably a pretty crappy person to know. The only good thing I can say about that store is they sell Pure Life water for 99 cents a bottle, which is pretty cheap. It's interesting, that same location a couple of years ago, they had an auto loan place, and that was HA. The guy would show up sometimes in his vehicle, and it had a license plate holder that said Hell's Angels on it. He wasn't hiding it or anything. I saw workers fixing the bus shelter across the street from Cabo Van Grocery today. That's good. When I was driving around, I saw another one pounded out. I guess that would have been on 120th Street when I was driving around. Guess someone went on a tear. I remember a couple of years ago here in Surrey, someone hit 17 of them in one night. Yesterday when I was driving on King George Highway, there was a black guy walking down the street heading southbound on King George Highway over by in between, not over towards the area of Visions Electronics, between it and say the Quibble Drug Treatment Center. Anyways, the guy's just walking down the street with a knife in his right hand. Like, he didn't pull it out to impress me or anything. He was just walking for like some distance with a knife in his hand. No one else seemed to notice it. Maybe that's a wise way to play it. I don't know. Broad daylight, too. The East Indian female also related some information that I originally heard in Hope, but tried to claim it was from the Hells Angels organization. BS. That information came to some people that, as far as I know, have nothing to do with crime. They're obviously smart people, and they get things done. I'm not going to repeat what they did. I had a problem. They saw what the problem was. They said, like, those people hassling. I said, don't worry about it. All those people were kicked out of that building within 24 hours. And I know the owner from site, an East Indian guy, and he wasn't the same race as these people that came over and talked to me. We talked several times after that briefly and had friendly enough conversations. Someone tried to do some voodoo magic stuff on me, and one of the people said, that ain't cool. I don't know how they found that out, but right on. Wish them well. There's some good people in Hope. There's some bad people there too. Obviously, Mayor Victor A. Smith. That fatso who works for Chrono Security, who in front of a RCMP officer pointed at me at the CIBC at 3 a.m. and says, the mayor and his clique want you gone. And the RCMP officer looks at him. It's a white officer with a mustache. Then he looks at me and goes, Mr. Carr, on behalf of the RCMP, you're welcome to stay. I hope he put that down in his report in case anything ever happens to me. Like, I've gotten plenty of death threats. I don't know how far it goes up, but we got guys like Mayor Victor A. Smith who supposedly don't like me. He made it clear he didn't like me. That guy, Crazy Pete, Sneaky Pete, whatever he is, he's made all sorts of threats and talking about Hells Angels. This right after talking to Jamie Yokelitz, the full patch at a football game. Just by fluke, I was at the game, like 2 rows from Jamie and the couple guys with him. Jamie kept his mouth shut. One of the guys with him made an insult to me, but later on said to me, look, man, I had to do that. Maybe you got a free ticket or something. Doesn't excuse it, but it's interesting to know that he's not part of the hardcore team. I've seen Jamie at various times in life at the Commodore Ballroom and other places. He, and even when he's with his Hells Angels buddies, are pretty polite, let's put it that way. I have posted out Mr. Yokelitz many times on the Van General News Group of Google Groups. He has PTSD. He's a pimp. He once participated in killing a man. The guy was an independent drug dealer running a storefront pot operation when it was still legal. He and 2 other guys beat him to death. And what else did he do that was nasty? Oh, yeah, he made the front page of the Vancouver Sun because he had a place in Yaletown and he was whipping water balloons down at the homeless guy down below. The Hells Angels sell the cocaine, they sell the meth, they sell the ecstasy, whatever. Some of the casualties end up homeless, and there's good old Jamie Yokelitz whipping down water balloons at him. Some people saw it. They filmed where it was coming from, and he moved out of his leased place pretty quick. Jamie is like 55 years old or plus, gray hair. When I saw him at the Commodore the one time, it was a good show. And there's somebody that knows behind me where said, bet you $20 Jamie and his friends all leave here before Greg does. And that's exactly what happened. The show is still going on full pumping and they split. But to be fair, his friends were pretty small. I called them the Gerbil Squad. Well, if you watch this video for all 10 minutes and 22 seconds, thanks. I posted another video to YouTube Shorts yesterday. I was surprised it got something like 438 visits in 12 hours about some HA3HA total loser types. I mean, like, we're not talking full patches on Harleys, not at all. They're paying for their purchases with coins in a plastic bag. But 430 people watched it in 12 hours, and 4 or 5 people voted it up. So right on. Now, if we can get something done about that businessman on 78th Avenue who drives out to Nanaimo, Benson Road, and scopes out some guy named Patrick Michael Sullivan for 3 days. He claims to be a family man, yet he's stalking someone he's never met. Claims he's taken security courses and stuff, wants to play cop. His own lawyer says he's has mental health problems, depression, anxiety. He's a boozer. He was deported from the United States for some reason. Child porn, whipping his penis out in public, fraud, or did he just plain lie when he said, I'm here to create work, and he didn't create work. He put ads in the newspaper. They say he was looking for employees, but he didn't hire a single employee. Like, his lawyer filed 486 pages of reports, all of which you can read on the Vangenuino.news group of Google Groups and other places on Google Groups. And it's also a publicly available file at the courthouse or wherever they store these files. The lawyer just says he was kicked out of the United States. He doesn't give the reason for it, which I thought was odd. Running.ca magazine has a glowing puff piece, not really about the guy. His business has been broken into 10 times and someone drove a car through it. I don't know how many businesses around that business are for 3 square blocks. I can't believe anyone there, no matter who they are, no matter how much of a bleep hole they are, is targeted like this guy is. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not really familiar with that area too much. But he just attracts trouble like flies to excrement. People have told me that he pays people to drink with him for protection. I don't know if that's true. He went bankrupt around the year 2002. All that information's at the Chilliwack Civil Courthouse. And there's like 9 different entries. Non-payment of basic bills, cell phone bills, garbage dumpster bills, and finally the good old bankruptcy. The guy's sister made a series of threats to me saying she's going to baseball bat me. I guess that rubs some people in crime the wrong way because 6 different people to me have told me, both in Surrey and Hope and other places, that they're going to baseball bat the guy. It's always the same refrain, baseball bat him. Not tire iron, not knife him or shoot him, baseball bat him. I don't know these people. They're total strangers to me, but I don't like the guy. God doesn't like the guy. In fact, I can't believe that any religion would want anything to do with this flaky dude.